Cheers.
Cheers.
Heineken Cup.
Yeah, it's a
What
first
is
for
this
us.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we allowed? Is it fine that we're in the cup? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
with Joe Marler and Antoine Dupont being like,
Apparently it's not fine.
it's
don't
it's
like
fine
coming
having
to
a bunch
South
of foreigners in your league, but as soon as you have a foreign team in your league, no.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's fine to be Sale Sharks and have like 8 South Africans, but
Yeah.
they can play. They can play anything.
speaking of which,
It's expanding the game, you know.
Speaking of which, this is going to be a learning curve for us because I'm busy. I mean, right now Ulster is playing Sale Sharks, and we see Ulster as this like super hardcore team,
Yes.
and they're being rolled by the Sale Sharks.
Yeah. What was it now? 20.
Yeah, 20. They just scored another try. 20 nil. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on? This is a weird.
Yeah, and
It's
you
gonna-
don't know if it's teams that are like us, like the Bulls. I mean that picked sort of a B side.
Yeah.
And then you don't know if they're going into games like that because they're expecting a bigger game next week.
Yeah.
The Bulls are playing Exeter in England next week, so it looks like Jake White was trying to save a few guys
Maybe,
for that game.
and maybe he learnt that from his years when he was coaching Montpellier.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they play this thing.
Yes, yes. Well, that's what Leinster did last year.
Although Lyon had, I recognise some of the faces. I recognise the lock
Yeah.
from the French national team as well
Yeah.
as Penot.
Damien Penaud, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to
Bit
rain.
of weather coming.
Anyway, should we have a look at the...
Let's just go through some of the interesting results.
Yeah. So, Montpellier beat London Irish. I don't know what to read into that at all. I don't know London Irish at all.
I don't think they are great.
Is it?
No.
I just know that new wonder kid is from there. The new English wonder kid, isn't he? Who scored a try from...
Arundel.
That's all I know about those guys.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on, Leinster, who we do know, smashed Racing 92.
Yeah, and they were once a club that had a lot of money, but I think they also had to sell a few guys. That's huge for Leinster. Leinster's the real pedigree in this competition.
Yeah, that's how we see them, and that
Yeah.
I mean that's how we see Ulster as well, which is funny how they're playing. And then obviously a bit closer to home, Sharks versus Harlequins.
Yeah, interesting game.
Yeah,
Just couldn't get away from Harlequins.
high scoring game.
High scoring game, 39-31.
yeah.
Yeah, great try by Werner Cook, kicking it through, chasing his own ball,
Yeah,
getting it just before the dead ball line. Mapimpi had a great game, was man of the match. Yeah, so
recognise some faces obviously from the Harlequins
Yes.
team a bit more than Lyon. I mean,
yeah,
recognise Andre Esterhuizen,
Joe Marler,
Joe Marler.
the stand-up comedian.
Yeah, that guy's
Very
Interesting.
interesting to watch his post-match interviews and
Yeah.
stuff. And he had comments about coming here. It was a nice hot day out, hot
Yeah.
and humid out in Durban.
It must be insanely hot in
Yeah,
Durban
yes.
at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, no.
And it's like cloudy, so you can imagine it's humid.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, then
Well, the Lions played earlier. They drew
yeah, in
31
the
all.
Challenge Cup. Yeah, drew against, and that's the thing. So now it's a
Yeah.
different competition, playing against a team that we don't deem to be like that
No.
good. I mean, no offense to
The
the
Lions
Welsh
should
fans,
beat
but
them in Joburg.
Yeah, and that was a draw.
Yeah.
And it was almost like it was a hard fought draw, you know.
Yes.
Okay, then the next school we have here, Gloucester and Bordeaux.
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 Yeah, Gloucester. Only thing I know about Gloucester is when they were coached by Johan Ackerman. But like, we'll find
yes.
out more and more.
We'll find out more about
these
these guys.
as we carry on.
Yeah. And then obviously, again close to home, Claremont versus Stormers,
Yeah.
which the Stormers just sort of collapsed in the second half, didn't they?
Clermont's a very good team, very good side.
Yeah.
I've seen them a bit of them watching some French rugby and so forth. But the Stormers sort of had a bad day.
Do you want to talk about Mani Lebok?
I just like we've said before, if you compare it to Morné Stein's performance where he just like puts the back line on the front foot. Okay, he missed one or two kicks yesterday, which wasn't great, but he just sort of gives the back line go forward ball with making very few errors, kicking well for the line, kicking well tactically. So I still think it's not necessary to score a great individual try it helps if you're a fly-off. But if you score great individual tries one week and the next week you don't kick the ball out and you make lots of mistakes and you miss tackles and this and that, then it sort of doesn't help. So we obviously want all the South Africans to be great for the Springboks, and we want him to be the polished article, but I don't think he's quite.
But we don't think he is.
So I'm not in that camp that's screaming that he needs to start for the Springboks and this and that.
I think also what was telling is who was taking the kicks, not Willemse and not Libok,
but
Blommetjies.
Yeah.
But
you need a dead-eye fly-off. You don't realize how good Pollard is until he's away. How well he does the basics.
But he's also
erratic.
misses kicks.
Yeah,
Pollard.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit worried about this. I mean, going into a World Cup without a proper kicker.
Yeah, we need to find the next big fly-off in South Africa. It's a worry. In my mind, it's not Libok at the moment yet. I hope it can become. He's extremely talented, but he is too up and down. Makes too many silly mistakes. For me.
Then La Rochelle, last year's champions, they smashed Northampton 46-12.
Yeah, so they
look like
they love this competition.
They
love the Heineken Cup. Yeah.
And then obviously we were at the game Bulls Lyon.
Yeah.
What a game!
What a game! What a game to be at! What a great start! 28-0
after like 20 minutes or something.
I thought, wow, look at this with all these youngsters, like a proper B team.
Before the game I was like, what is Jake White doing? Then like after 20 minutes I was like, he's a visionary. I always knew it.
No, nice sitting in the stand with a couple of buddies. It was Johan's birthday yesterday and we had a nice day out. There's some photos up and stuff of what we did. And just tense in the end. It's nice. It's great to pull through in such a close game.
Yeah.
Because we've been at Loftus so many times where we lose the game in the last minute. It spoils your whole weekend. It was great that they got over the line.
And it was so frantic the whole game.
Yes.
Like towards the end there.
So many tries. So amazing.
I couldn't tell who was. I mean, taking it like the Highveld was taking its toll on worse. You know, the Bulls looked out on their feet. The Lyon, I think, they had a lot of cramp in that, obviously, because of the heat.
They seemed like a bit more of the polished article, while that young winger, Novuka, gave us a few heart attacks.
He scored a good try, but he doesn't quite look the polished.
Yeah. Chris Smith coming on for Van Vieren and missing tackles in the midfields. Also scored a good try, but made mistakes. So the youngsters kept us busy. Bernard van der Linde, a new scrummy that we hardly know, was man of the match.
Yeah, he scored two good tries.
There's a lot of stock. Keegan Johannes is also very good. A lot of stock in the scrum off area for the Bulls.
And Lyon, I mean, the way in which they so easily, broke back again.
Yes. They just scored tries out of nothing. Every time I think, okay, now we're pulling away a bit, they'd score another try.
Like beginning of the first half, we score a fantastic try, and I thought, okay, no, we've got this one. And then they instantly, from the kickoff, basically, they go score a try.
No, so they're obviously good. It was a great win, bonus point win.
No, I'm happy with the win. I don't know whether we must read anything into it. It's very early days, but anyway. And then Exeter, that's the team we're playing next week.
Yes.
They beat Castres, is that how you say
Castres, I'm not
Castres.
Sure. Yeah.
27-12.
I think you just say Cast, actually. Cast. Isn't that who? That's who Robert Eberson played for.
Castres, okay, cool.
Cast.
And then, currently, Sale playing Ulster 20-0, currently after 56 minutes. Next, Saracens playing Edinburgh and Munster playing Toulouse. Ospreys playing Leicester.
Toulouse, Munster, because Toulouse won the French league. What did they win? They won something last year.
Top 14.
The top 14.
Did they?
I think so.
Let me see. Toulouse.
Well, it was either this season or the previous season.
Yeah, with when Cheslin Colby was playing with them.
Yeah, it was like his last game for them before he went to Toulon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So looking forward to next week.
Yeah, learning every week.
Yes.
We'll start learning the other teams as well.
Yeah, like we said, interesting results in the Challenge Cup as well, where Toulon, we think is this massive team.
Yeah, with a huge checkbook.
Yeah, they beat Zebre by
3 points.
By 3 points, and Zebre hasn't won a game in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
In the URC.
So it's hard to call. It's going to be.
Yeah.
Nothing's in the bag, is it?
Yeah. Away at Exeter is big.
Yeah.
That's the first team.
Yeah, I think Janus Kirsten is there. I think. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. These teams, Sale, Exeter, they all seem like such good teams. Harlequins, Leicester, like they have a lot of good teams It's obviously it's a big money league, the Gallagher Premiership and the French league. So they have so many good teams, so many teams that can do well.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have thought La Rochelle. If you think of the South Africans that they have, nothing against Raymond Roel and Dylan Leitz. Those were guys who played for the Springboks in sort of a dark era.
Yeah.
So we have a connotation with those guys when it was a time that we didn't do well, and they do brilliantly for La Rochelle.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, that coach isn't there.
all of our coaches, all of our players didn't do well in that era, so
no
it
one
makes
did
you
well.
wonder whether it's the
Yeah,
coach or whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's the point, is last year no one expected La Rochelle, or last season they didn't expect them to beat Leinster.
No, I thought Leinster was going to take it.
So like the smaller teams can win, it seems.
Yeah.
That's what makes it interesting.
No, it's very interesting, and we've never had rugby all the way through December.
In December.
Before. Yeah.
It's extremely hot to train, I can
Like
imagine.
today, it's going to rain. The wind's picking up, but it was an extremely hot day in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Like they played in Joburg at 1:45 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
On the high veld, 32 degrees.
Let's hope they packed in their sunscreen.
And now you fly to Exeter.
Freezing.
And it's going to be what, 5-10 degrees? I don't know what the weather's like there at the moment, but it won't be the same as here.
Insane.
Yeah,
Let's buy tickets.
yeah, we should go.
We don't have jerseys warm enough for that weather.
No, you'll have to wear your jersey over a puffer jacket.
And a beanie.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Good
Jeff.
man. Cheers.